took before the first gen even pops.
Make you wanna know my name.
Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down. Hello.
Sorry, we only have B footage left for the rest of the stream.
Live.
Sorry. I know. Welcome back, everybody, to Vigo's Court. We only have B footage now for the stream, so we're just gonna have to wing it, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean, B
Poggy,
footage? What does that mean?
Re-roll the doc. B footage. It means we have a ton of mess ups for them. We have nothing, No, I'm kidding.
That wasn't my fault. That was Twitch being stupid, like with their stupid bitrate thing. It's fine now. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, here's your docket again, sir.
All right, everybody. In Week 5 matchups, we have Hellraisers versus Port Mafia going head-to-head on the Thompson House. 152 square tiles, 9,728 meters squared, 7 hooks minimum, 12 hooks max, with 1 permagen in the second floor of the Thompson House. All right. Cut. All right. More B footage. More B footage. Give me more B footage. I'm sorry. I was running with the joke for a while. I was covering up the fact that I wasn't actually watching the stream from Poggy. I was watching the stream from Vigo's side, which is a 45-second delay. So we were going to have a 45-second delay there. So,
But you have the stream.
we're just going with it. I love you, Poggy.
Just do the intro, damn it. All right, we are here with the
I did
team.
do the
we have,
intro.
we have Hellraisers and Port Mafia, and they're here. They're getting ready. They were kind enough to invite me immediately, so I think they're ready to compete. Let's see what they got tonight. Do you want to see stats again, or are you good? We good? We good? We good, fam?
I'm curious. So we got Lucian Garcia on Killer?
I think it's Lucian, not Lotion. It's L-U,
Lucian?
not L-O. Yeah, it's in the database wrong. Which, to be fair, I kind of like the name Lotion Garcia better, but it's not accurate. So, anyway, stats time?
What? Stats time? Okay.
Are you here? Like, are you okay? You need to.
I'm
like,
here.
All right. You seem
This
like
is
you're not
B
really
footage.
with me. This isn't
This
B
is
footage. What does that
B
even
footage.
mean? What does that even mean?
Do you not know B footage in the producing?
I know what it means, but we're live. There is no beach. Just read the stats.
All right, we got a hook differential of 3, which honestly, with these stats as they are, this is the largest stat differential out of all of these, because the rest of these stats are actually pretty darn even, all things considered. And that's not something I would be. I'm kind of shocked that they're actually that close together, if we're being fair. But that hook differential does mean something. That means that Hellraisers definitely, I think, might struggle a tad on the killer side coming into this. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Because they have, I think, 2 different killers to choose from. So we saw Lucian Garcia is going to be coming up first. We'll see what they bring. But honestly, really close otherwise. Really, really close. I'm looking forward to this.
Who's playing? I'll
If
tell
I
you
remember-
who's playing on Canadian base. Zurin, Clay, Katie, and Splasher on Port Mafia's Survivor side, with Lucian Garcia on Hellraiser's Killer. So yeah, there you go. That's who's playing. In order. I think
So
it's in order.
I want to say, didn't Port Mafia and Hellraisers actually scrim recently? Or practice together at some point in the past 2 weeks? I forget.
That's a
I thought they did.
fantastic question that I don't have the answer to. I don't actually know
okay.
if they did or not. But thank you all for your patience. Sorry for those stupid Twitch stuff. I mean, we restarted it now, and it seems to be totally fine. So I think we're able to move on successfully with the next few games, hopefully. I don't know what it is, but like after 2 hours of streaming, mine does the same thing when I'm just solo live. And I think I've seen Rugards do it. A couple others have done it. Where it's just like it starts being weird. I don't know. Twitch be twitching.
Dude, Twitch is perfect. There's absolutely no problems from Twitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't ever see any problems either. There's just nothing wrong with it. Absolutely perfect platform. Actually, I do like Twitch, to be fair. I was on Facebook
kicked me
before.
off streams multiple times.
I don't like Facebook as much. I actually like streaming on Twitch better. It's more fun, I think, overall. And we're glad you guys are here for the late night game. Appreciate it. For the 10 o'clock, a little bit late start. We had a nice early game with the 7 o'clock all the way up to like 9:30, 9:45. It pushed tight with that tied game, which wouldn't have been tied, I think, had Object not made the map error and the incorrect outfit on Brizzo. It actually would have come out in favor of Object immediately. But as a result of that, the 2 penalties, they did have to go into overtime.
True. Very true. Fantastic game. That was really, really fun. I'm hoping this one will be just as close. I don't know, because again, Port Mafia is a solid team. So we'll have to see. Are they loading in?
I think so.
All right, sweet.
And segue. Hello everyone, we're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Week 5 matchups. Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. And we're going to be going live with them in just a second as they load into the game. Here we go with Lucian, Garcia, and Killer. Let's see what this Cyber Squad looks like. From top to bottom, Splasher, Zurin, Katie, Clay. And they all spawned kind of together with a Doctor. Doctor.
Ooh.
Something about Doctor games gets me excited. I don't know if it's just that I like watching these shocking plays.
Oh, okay. My word. Why?
I couldn't wait to do my dad jokes. And immediately getting in the chase with the Claudia, who has the best outfit in the game, easily, with that little bow tie. And is doing really well around the pallet, but I think Doctor might actually get the hit there. Very nicely played by the Doctor, and she's waiting for a sec. What is she waiting for? Okay, interesting. Struggling a little bit with the Doctor having a little bit of trouble getting her, but she waited patiently for... Ooh, but that dead hard... Well, the dead hard saves her. She might actually get to the pallet and drop the pallet. I would probably drop that. Yeah, drop that pallet. There you go. That's how you want to play that for sure. And then that pallet is gone, but the Doctor either has to kick it, because this could be a literal infinite if the Doctor is not careful. And currently the Doctor is still chasing her. But, ooh, this might be out of place. Clay might go down right there. Yep, goes down at the pallet, unfortunately.
They already got 1 generator done. So that was a 1-gen chase already.
They did get a generator done. And currently, another gen on the way. 80% on this gen. Actually close to 90 now. And that'll be 1 hook and 2 gens out of... Wait, is that another gen also right there? That gen gets done. This one may not. I think this one, because it was all solo. And we will see a Pop Goes the Weasel. That was really close. But the Pop Goes Weasel will regress at 20%. And Quentin getting a little brave there, trying to get the totem right in the middle. Which, not probably the best mood. Not probably the best play to be. But he does take that free hit. Gives Clay the chance to get off the hook. And Port Mafia is not doing too bad. 2 gens done ahead of the Killer. with only one hook for the killer. This could be a down if they're not careful. He's playing it very carefully, waiting to see his red light around the corner. Ooh, the Doctor did a nice mind game, and a Dead Hard's going to save him. Very nicely done, Splasher, to save yourself there. Again, with the Dead Hard giving them that extra chance. And if he's very careful here, he can get that pallet down, but he doesn't. I guess the prompt didn't show up, and he does go down, and another generator completes. 3 gens done. Doctor only got 2 hooks so far. Predictions. We can't put up a prediction for this one because we're already past that prediction model, I think. I don't think it'll be fair to do a prediction now. But after this one, we'll do more predictions. Sorry about that. Kind of got a little bit in a tizzy when we were dealing with the technical stuff. So, Clay, currently at like 95%. Yeah, that gen's done. A 4th generator out of the game already, with Splasher being only the 2nd hook for the Doctor. This Doctor is struggling. Really struggling. This map may not be the best for Doctor, from what I'm seeing. Rue? Comments on that?
I mean, if we're being fair, Doctor's just Doctor's a tough killer to play in general. And not only are you playing a killer that struggles in comp a little bit, you're playing it against one of the better teams in the league too.
Very true.
On the Survivor side. So, like, I played against Port Mafia. I struggled with them, and I was playing Freddy and Spirit, which are some of the best killers, arguably. So, honestly, brave on them for playing Doctor. Like, not many can say that they took a Doctor against Port Mafia and got hooks.
Ooh, haunted ground, broken. But the thing
Uh-oh.
is, everybody's injured except Claudette. So unless he finds Claudette, which he does find the Claudette, which is exactly what he needs. That can get him a down that's worth it. Now, of course, any down is worth it, to be fair. But that haunted ground might get him some extra value here. These servers are very close together. This Claudette's a little out of place, and I think she might go down if she's not careful, but she does get to the pallet. Gets the pallets done. Very nicely done, Claudette. You're making me feel good. I love Claudette. I'm a Claudette main, so I feel the love for this Claudette right now. And Port Mafia's Claudette is working her way into the shack and is going to actually vault it. Not going to mind game it. She gets plenty of distance, too. Not going to be able to drop the pallet, though, because of the shock. And instead is going to just have to loop it one more time. Tries to bait a swing, and it kind of works, but the haunted ground's still going active.
Wow.
That was a risky play, and she does end up getting down and takes a hook as a result. But Port Mafia is still doing quite well, and these generators are getting done 90%, 95, almost 100%. There it is, and the double adrenaline play with Splasher and Katie taking that adrenaline. Zurin sitting on the exit gate. And I believe we're going to be seeing Katie going in for the unhook, perhaps. Maybe? No? Who's coming to unhook you, Claudette? Anybody? Don't let Claudette die. Why would you do this? Don't do this. He's kind of camping the area, though. That could be a problem for sure. Using his power, he also finds Katie. I believe that's who that was. And really quick, let's check in on our survivors. Yeah, we have one exit gate over here, one exit gate on the other side that was open as well. So they're both 99ing the exits. And I think Splasher and Katie are both going to gang up on this hook. And, ooh, hits the Claudette, not the Katie. That gives her an opportunity to get it. However, she does take a hit. This could be a down. Doctor played it good. He gets a trade-off 1-for-1 on the Katie. And now going to go for the chase on the Claudette, who may or may not have borrowed time. May or may not have decisive strike. We don't know. It's a risky play for him to go for this and not go back for the Katie. Yeah, he's turning around. He said, no, I'm not going to risk that. We're going to go back for the Katie. Are they getting her up, though? He's trying. He's trying to get her up. Unfortunately, gets interrupted by the shock and is forced to move and take a run. And, ooh, what nice jukes was that. Beautifully played.
Oh.
And Doctor doesn't immediately go in for the pickup, worrying that perhaps there's another survivor nearby to take it. So he's going to do a static blast, see who's nearby, and then when it's safe, go for the pickup. There it is. He's not going to be able to make that. Absolutely. You're safe, Doctor. You got this, my friend. And he's found Hatch. Clay ran over Hatch. No, wait, no. Splasher ran over the Hatch. Zurin healing with Clay. And they still, I think they're getting a little bit greedy. In my opinion, I would probably just let this go at this point and go ahead and take your losses as opposed to risking another 1-for-1 and giving the Doctor even more hooks. I don't know. Rue, what would you do in this situation?
Well, it depends. Does Katie have Deliverance? Because if you had Deliverance, the play could possibly be get people out and let them get the hatch, possibly. But You're gonna like slug them on the ground. I don't know. It's borrowed time. They're gonna try something. I don't think you let them get the 2 progressions. I think you try and save here. They've got the coordination potentially.
I mean, it's not like it's not worth saving. I'm just saying that maybe not worth the risk in general. Like, it could be too risky because Doctor's power can interrupt. He can get the hits like he just did right there. However, the double play coming into the protection. She does have borrowed time. Gets away with the borrowed time. Actually might get out of here completely alive with 2 survivors fully healthy to take protection hits. That's exactly what you want to see. And they are able to make a successful escape. I believe this is going to be a full 4-man squad escape.
Quite possibly,
I don't see this coming around for anyone. I don't see anyone going down here. Doctor is desperate to make something happen, but I don't think it's going to work.
Are both exit gates? Okay, they're going for the unlocked one. Okay. It's going to be both of them. Wow.
Yeah, both exit gates as well.
Wow.
Yeah, both exit gates. No hatch. But both exits for sure. A fantastic game by Port Mafia. Lucian Garcia struggling against their survivor squad. That I couldn't switch to it, so I don't know. I tried to switch, it didn't let me switch.
I'm going to guess because they walked over hatch. That had to have been a hatch escape.
Asking in chat because I couldn't switch over to it to see. That sucks that I couldn't see it, but I tried. The game sometimes delays my reaction to try to do it. No hatch. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
No hatch. Which, you know, they didn't really... It was just 1 extra point. Not that it would have hurt them to get it, but at the same time, not really going to make or break them in this one, I don't think. Not this first round. We'll see how they do in the second round. When they switch sides, Port Mafia will be playing Killer, and Hellraisers will be playing with their Survivor Squad. Now, as far as I know, Hellraisers has a pretty decent Survivor Squad. We'll see how they can do against Port Mafia's Killer. But at the moment, just getting our scores tallied, and we're going to be coming back in a moment for some highlights to see what we can talk about in this game a little bit. And Rue, are you giving me the signal? Okay, good. Let's go into the post-game review, folks. We'll be right back after this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Week 5 matchups with Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. Yes, it is. And you are watching it here on Vigo Sport. Hope you're enjoying your show, ladies and gentlemen. This is your post-game review of trial number 1. We saw 5 generators getting done in this game with... how many escapes? 4 escapes, folks. That's right. A full 4-man squad. An excellent rescue play at the end with 4 hooks from the Doctor. Not great, not terrible. Somewhere in the middle with a 0K, though. But that part is the part that hurts the most. Not getting those hooks on the kills really going to set you back. 9-29 in favor of Port Mafia going to trial number 2. And we see Port Mafia leading the charge as we move on from Port Mafia surviving to them killing. And we'll be right back with some post-game highlights. Rue, take it away and give us some post-game analysis, would you? Thank you.
For sure. So, again, I think this is almost all you can hope for sometimes when you're playing, a killer that's not, Freddy, that's not Blight, that's not Spirit. You're not playing an ARS to a killer. And yes, Doctor, I like Doctor. Doctor was literally the first main that I ever had. I have much love for this killer. But between, implementing dedicated servers, which means his shock takes a little bit more time for it to actually, take notice, kind of like Plague with her vomit. Between that and the fact that just it's an anti-chase his kit is anti-chase. A little bit of detection. You do get that passive detection, but in competitive, oftentimes your, game sense is also like you've already got detection down as just a mechanic of the game. So you're left with just a chase mechanic that takes it's not Freddy chase mechanic. I would prefer Freddy's chase mechanic, honestly, in a lot of cases. His static shock doesn't hit like it used to. And it slows you down to 75% of your movement speed. So it's tough. Playing Doctor in competitive is tough. They got 4 hooks. That's really good in my opinion. They almost seemed like they could have also maybe possibly got out with a 1K, but Port Mafia is very good at executing rescues. They've done it a lot against me. So just again, Port Mafia is a really cracked survivor squad, and you're taking a killer that's not A or S tier that's going to struggle a little bit. I think the Doctor did fine overall. Even that first chase wasn't horrible. You got Clay down without you got 1 pallet down, you got Clay down. So that's not horrible. I think it was honestly a pretty decent job for Doctor. You're just going to struggle when you play against a team that's good. You don't bring the top tier killers. I think they did good. I liked it. I liked watching it. I thought it was fun to watch. Just unfortunate. Unfortunate. As far as the perks, I will critique. I do not like oppression in competitive. I've teased the idea. I've messed around with it. I don't think oppression is what you want to have in competitive. Your Pop Goes the Weasel is fine. You're going to get hard gen regression out of that, but let's face it, you're not going to get people. You're not going to scare people with skill checks in competitive. I learned that the hard way. So a bit of a tough pick on there. I think they would have been better off. I liked Haunted Ground. I think that was good. Honestly, NOED would have been earth-shattering here. You just think about it. Like, they would have gone for the save, got the instant down, you camp the slug, you got the hook. The other survivors have to go off and hope that they find NOED. I think NOED would have done work instead of oppression. But again, that's just me. So, unfortunate. Again, I love Doctor. I love playing Doctor, but man, just doesn't quite cut it in comp. You know, I wonder what would happen if they took, instead of, Doctor being slowed to 75% movement speed when he's charging his shock, what if they changed it to, 105? It was barely a slowdown. I wonder what that would do. I wonder if that would affect him be too good, possibly. I don't know.
Actually, no.
Just, buff Doctor, please. I love Doctor. And don't get me wrong, the change they did and, the rework they did for Doctor was phenomenal. I love the rework, but I think he still needs a bit of love. Just a teensy bit. Just tune his numbers, please. Mm-hmm. Asking for a friend.
I would like to see that too. I'm still waiting on invites, so we can just keep watching the clips for now. But currently just waiting the invites. Also, chat. What's going on with chat? Somebody said that this map is fiber-sided. I think, obviously, that's a very valid point. And maybe we'll see their Doctor on Port Mafia struggle just as well. I mean, it depends on what killer they bring, like Rue was saying. I mean, Rue was saying it like, certain killers will just perform better on this map. Doctor, probably not ideal. Doctor would be better on like an indoor map with lots of pallets where you can use your ability to prevent those loops from happening and something like that. Not that he's bad on all other maps too, but like optimal on indoor maps where he can use that power to prevent looping through windows and vaulting and that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, that's a valid point that you bring up. And I'm in agreement. I'm in complete agreement.
Yeah, Doctor's just tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Again, I think the build's correct. Corrupt is good. Haunted Ground is good. Pop Goes the Weasel is good. I think the only thing I was like, Pressure's not quite where I'd be.
Yeah, it wasn't quite where it would be,
guarantee.
But it's tough to talk about because I just wouldn't have brought. I think when you bring a killer that's not optimal from the map, you're kind of dead in the water from the start. Like you've already screwed yourself, shot yourself in the foot a little bit. Now, whether or not they've practiced a lot with Doctor on this map and had success, I can't really say. I haven't been there for those types of games or watched any of their private games where they test that kind of stuff. But you do have to think about these types of optimal things and what works best for comp. And I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything, but it is certainly my job to at least attempt to analyze that. And Rue and I seem to be in agreement, and the chat seems to think it's a server-sided map, and Doctor is not exactly A or S tier. So maybe a little bit higher up. Maybe Freddy could have had better luck as well, since he can teleport around the map, obviously, and have a lot more success that way. Lots of stuff could be said. Yeah, but at the same time, love the game. This isn't a small
map, that's fair.
Love the game. Yeah. Port Mafia did excellent.
I think for what the Doctor was given, that's about all you can expect. Like, again, maybe if you had NOED, you could have eked out a 1K, but Doctor's going to struggle on this map. I guess the alternative is maybe if you're lucky, you static blast and someone's out in the corn, in between positions running to, and they get caught out in the corn. Then, yeah, you've got them in possibly a dead zone. You can catch up to them, but that's about it. So I don't know. I can't blame the Doctor. I think they did pretty good. I said, again, Port Mafia, cracked Survivor team. I've gone against them plenty of times. Cracked Survivor team.
Sam, if you're listening, I don't know if you're in the chat with me, but I have not yet received an invite. I don't know what the delay of game is here, and I haven't received an invite from either of the teams. I'm going to also @ Pretty Good Fang for that one. Maybe she can help figure out what's going on. So yeah, we just need to see if we can sort that out. We're kind of just waiting on Port Mafia's killer at the moment to send out an invite, and I haven't received a friend request, I don't think. No. So nothing special on my end that I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting to see someone invite. And meanwhile, the chat. Hey, you plebs, what's up? Not much, Mr. Warrior. What's going on, Jay Warrior? Good to see you, man. Haley Hades. Haley Hades, throwaway killer, NBD. What does NBD mean? Is that a phrase I'm not familiar with? What does NBD mean? Anybody know? Somebody tell me in chat.
NBD, no big deal.
No big deal. Okay. I should have thought of that. I'm not good with these acronyms. You guys, you folks be using nowadays all the lingo. I'm not
You
cool
ain't up
like
with
that.
the kids and the hip lingo.
Is Showdown still a thing? Hunt Showdown? Yeah, people still play Hunt Showdown. I play it on occasion. It's a good game. It's okay. It's a little bit drier in terms of just you kind of go around hunting quietly, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of action, and either you're dead immediately or the action lasts for a really long time. But it's a fun game. Someone had a similar name. Nope, not me. I'm just reading the chat, seeing what else we got going on. Doc on a smaller map would have been better. Oh yeah, absolutely. 100% agree.
For sure. Doctor, yeah, just, I don't know. And again, maybe it was a throwaway killer? I don't know.
Could have been.
I can't imagine you just take that off the bat, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. Man, that haunted ground hit right there was brutal. Oh,
yeah, that was
man.
good. That was quite smart to use that haunted ground the way he did, going for the Claudette rather than trying to go for one of the injured survivors and then going for the injured. I mean, it didn't really work out, didn't really get to capitalize on it that much, but I mean, it was the right play. It was the right call, you know?
I enjoyed it. And again, like, with a doctor, you kind of do have to, like, bite the bullet and cleanse, because there's always a chance that it's going to be, you know, Devour Hope Undying and not Haunted Ground. And
Hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, chat couldn't hear me. I was saying, I made you disappear again because I was in production chat trying to get the invite set up.
Rude.
All right, I think we're good now. They all are all in here, so we are getting started on the next game. Trial number 2 about to begin in just a few moments. They're readying up right now. Rue, do we have everything set up? We're all good to go, right? No problemo.
I believe so.
Awesome.
We got that good B footage rolling. We're ready to go.
What is B? You're gonna have to walk me through this like I'm 12, because I don't know what B footage means in this case. We don't have B footage.
My
It is
A footage
all
went out
A-tier footage
already.
here.
We already used up my A footage. All I got is B footage left.
Is this a joke? Is there some joke I'm not privy to? There has to be. There's got to be some kind of inside joke.
Maybe. After
All
this rules video. I thought it was a good segue. Come on.
All right, everyone, we're going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. All right, folks, we're here with Week 5 matchups. Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. Mafia. And I really need to get like an echo for my voice so I don't have to do that manually.
Voice mod.
No, I don't like voice mod that crunches my audio to horrendous. It just sounds awful. Anyway, we are loading in right now with trial number 2 with Port Mafia and Hellraisers. Now Port Mafia switching over to killer role for 2 games. Hellraisers going to be surviving, and let's see how they do and what killer we see loaded in. And I believe everybody, wow, 100% prediction in favor of Port Mafia right now. Wow. I almost hit the continue button because I'm dumb. All right, spectate.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what's this? What the hell is it? What am I looking at?
This is the new improved Dead by Daylight. We didn't like the UI, so the developers just showed us the endgame screen.
No, wait, you got to see this. You got to see. I'm going to hide the perk cover for a minute. Look at this. What the hell is that? What is that?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Is that
Like we loaded in and then we see their names and then we're not actually in. Let me try again. Maybe we can
I'm
get
very
back.
confused.
No, I can't leave the game either. What the hell?
We need a restart.
Well, obviously, I don't even... Are they even in the game? This is bizarre. Why are there
Pretty good Fang
8
help.
adrenalines? I didn't know adrenaline had stacks. What the hell is that? Ah! I mean, she can help us, but help us do what? Like, what if they're already, you know...
Yeah, get their attention, get them back out here.
But they may... I'm saying they may not even be in game. That's what I'm saying. They may have also gotten kicked out.
That's what I'm wondering. I don't see them in chat, so I'm... Okay, reality crashed. Okay, yeah, okay. We got confirmation in chat. Reality crashed.
Ooh,
Okay.
The game be gaming us, man. That's...
Dude, it
that
really
was
does.
interesting.
That is an interesting perk. I wonder what that is. I'm reading it now because it's blurry for me. So it's the adrenaline icon with 2 counters and 4.
I think it's just a placeholder, and they use adrenaline because it's the first on the list of A's besides A Nurse's Calling. I guess I don't know. Well, it's a survivor perk, so it is the first of the survivor perks. So maybe it's like a placeholder thing that we were saying. Because then it has like the little counters for where there would be stacks. Right?
Adrenaline's not ace in the holes before adrenaline.
Oh yeah. Maybe they just picked adrenaline as the default.
Right? Now I'm just like, what's going on?
That is a good question, actually. Something we should consider asking the devs, maybe in a Q&A. Hey, why do I sometimes see adrenaline when we get stuck out of a lobby? Is it a deliberate choice? Is it something you chose because you're feeling the mood? Like, I don't know. These guys.
It's like, hey, why does this specific bug do this?
Well, guys, we're loading back in. We should be back in just a second. I couldn't even leave the lobby. That's how broken that was. That was bizarre. We love Dead by Daylight. I do love Dead by Daylight. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't at least have some part of me that loves Dead by Daylight. But part of me is also like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's not right. All right, so I guess we have to wait again for them to get us back in. So I'm going to go back to some clips. We'll sit on this for a little bit.
Like I said, B footage. Even the game's giving us some B footage.
I don't understand the joke. I really don't get it. I'm not with it. Just not with it, Ru.
I think Poggy is getting sick of me back here making jokes. Oh, man.
It is almost nap time. I mean, I'm getting to that point where it's like I need my siesta. So, I mean... But I am into it. I mean, this game is already interesting. The Doctor game was hard to watch for the Doctor. But at the same time, the Survivor's doing so well. And then that save at the end, just can't get over it. I mean... We see that a lot from Port Mafia, and we've seen it from Deity as well with some really epic endgame plays. I think CDM has had 1 or 2 moments like that as well. Yeah, so it's just a lot of really strong survivors in this league, and it's impressive, really impressive.
So Safi actually has a good point. Adrenaline is more likely to be the first placeholder perk because it's been in the game since the beginning. It was a Meg perk, and Ace was actually a DLC, so that's actually pretty fair.
Yeah. That's actually what I was kind of thinking, too. That's a really, really good point, too. I was like, you know, Ace in the Hole was later on. Adrenaline was first. Meg was like one of the original survivors. So, yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Fantastic.
We got
Thank you, Safi Mew.
We got a high five. I love how it's still a guilty high five, even after all these. Pogger's dead, guys.
Pogger's dead? I don't think so. I don't think Pogger's dead. You and I are just like...
Keep the romance alive.
Yeah, keep the romance alive. Why would we? Yeah. Anyway, did we even? Word. Yeah, we didn't even. I didn't even get to see what killer it was because we ended up at just a broken screen. So, don't even know what he brought on Port Mafia. I have no idea. Fascinating.
If
so the mystery retains. Excuse you.
If I were reality, what would I bring? I'd bring Legion.
Legion, huh?
Are we loading in?
We are. I'm not going to roll the rules video twice. You just do it once per game.
No, I'd bring Plague. I'd bring Plague.
So Rue's bringing Plague. Chat, what are you bringing? And it's too late. Blight!
Blight!
Brought a Blight. We were just talking about how Blight might not be optimal on this map. Now, that's not entirely true. I don't think, because there's a lot of good jungle gyms you can bounce off of. The only thing is just the middle corn area that what you want to do is basically use that power to just get across the map. I think that's what that ends up being for. And we do see a crypto dimension in play. And I don't know if he found... I don't think he found it. No, he didn't spot the Dwight over there. But he does find Lone Wolf Legend immediately. An early down for Blight is exactly what he would want to get right now with this Corrupting Dimension. It's only been like 20 seconds of Corrupting Dimension so far. He might actually get this. That, ooh, and the Dead Hard saves her. Very nice play by Hellraisers. Lone Wolf Legend. Ooh, he's not able to get the prompt on the pallet and does end up going down, though, as a result of that. And that's going to be a Blight early down within the Corrupting Dimension time. Which is fantastic. You guessing Blight? Yeah, well, you guessed correctly. And now using that power again to get across and find more survivors. I think he's looking over here because he may have saw something. Did you see something, Blight? Are you on to something? Ooh, undetectable. Ooh, shh, don't tell anyone. So, now on his way to pressure that generator that just came undetectable. They already know now. They know he has Tinkerer, so they're going to be looking out for that for sure. And Dwight does take the hit outside of the Killer Shack, and he's not going to get followed. Blight instead changing targets, it seems. Where is he going? So he's going to go pressure the hook. I see. He sees those scratch marks going towards the hook. Tries to go pressure it. Unfortunately, though, he's not able to bounce off of anything and get that extra bonus speed. However, he will perhaps catch up and get a hit or a down on another survivor. It depends on who he finds. If it's the person who just got unhooked, might be able to get it down unless there's borrowed time. On the other hand, he could also find no one. I haven't seen anyone. Where are they? Where are these guys? They're ninjas. Oh, and a quick and quiet. Wasn't that a quick and quiet into the locker? That is unfortunate. Not a bad play, though. He was confused for a second. Almost got away with it. Almost got away with it. But that is a second hook for Lone Wolf Legend. That quick and quiet, honestly, wasn't dumb. Just the timing, if it had been a little bit more time, might have gotten away with that one. You think? I think so.
Quite possibly, yeah. Also, did Corrupt just go down? This has been before Corrupt lit up, isn't it?
Just went down, yes. Corrupt only just went down. Nia gonna take a hit, I think, right before she gets to the pallet. Yeah, that is the free hit. She's gonna use her momentum to get away and go past the Thompson house, up the stairs, into the Thompson house, and try to work her way to some safety. Blight is gonna have to work around this building and isn't able to secure the hit on the Nia. Nia's not really looking behind her. Gets a balanced landing play. Leaves the Thompson house completely, going for another pallet, perhaps. Ooh, but Blight's really close. Once you look behind you, it's a little too late at that point. And Miss Plop gonna be on the floor, plopping down. And that is a down for Blight again. Generators, one generator completed. This generator, 70%. 2 hooks now for Blight. I do believe. 3 hooks, actually, after this one. And Lone Wolf Legend, dead on hook. And Lone Wolf Legend is gonna want to definitely restart. And we saw a totem drop. I don't know which totem it was. Could have been Undying, could have been Ruin, could have been, I don't know. But yeah, whoa, Dwight taking a hit outside in the cornfield. And unfortunately going down as well because he was injured. And Lone Wolf Legend still not fully healed. So I don't know if Lone Wolf Legend plans to get healed soon. And Nia's still hanging out on the hook. So a back-to-back hook for Blight. Remember how we said Blight wouldn't be good on this map? I think we lied. I think we lied about that, guys. Ooh, but he is struggling a little bit to get into place. He is trying, though, using the bouncy walls. He's basically ping-pong himself around to get into that area, but was not able to secure a hit. But it doesn't matter. He still has someone on the hook. He still has pressure. He also got Tinkerer going off. He's going to try to pressure that generator they're working on. The unhook happens, and Blight seems to be running right on past where the unhook, where the generator was. I don't know if he lost track. Let's see what he's doing. And there goes Tinkerer again. It's the insta-break on the pallet. Exactly what you want to see. And, oh, he runs past her and goes for the generator. A full 4-man injury now. And this is good for Blight. Yes, 2 generators are done, and that generator is pretty close, but he's got everybody injured. That is a ton of pressure. This is good for Blight. All he has to do now is go around and start getting 1-hit downs on everyone. Unless they start to reset and heal, then it could be a problem. But in that time, he should be able to at least apply some pressure. He is going to get the Nia down right outside the pig tree. Very well played. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. They are trying, however, to get this gen done, too. This gen is like 99. There it goes. It's finished. Now they're begging for heals. Please heal me. Please.
That's how I'm in pubs.
And we see Lone Wolf Legend possibly getting the Blight's aggro. He seems a little turned around, instead going for Dwight and Cheryl. I believe this is Cheryl. Yep. Cheryl is now in chase. She is going to make it to that pallet, I do think, unless it's just really unlucky. Oh, God, no. That was so close. She almost had that.
That was a really long lunge. Is that coup de grace?
Was that coup de grace? I can't. Where the hell is Blight? No, not coup de grace. It's just Blight lunge.
That seems like a really long lunge. Dang. Just Blight things.
Ooh, and another down on Miss Blop. Blight has so much pressure right now. They needed to reset a while ago, but unfortunately, Blight just keeps pressuring. Never had a chance to fully reset. Dwight was healing Lucian, but Lucian, unfortunately, didn't get the heal off. So now they have, again, a chance to potentially reset. They get the unhook on Lucian. They could reset here, unless Dwight goes down there and gives even more pressure. And I think if he plays this right, oh, that's a down on him. Very nice turning from Reality Z. Well done. And they do finally get a heal off on Lucian. And now 3 of our 4 survivors are dead on hook, on the next hook. And Miss Plop never got picked up. So Miss Plop, unless there's a survivor to save, which there is not, that is a death hook for Miss Plop, and that's going to be out of the game. 2 generators remaining. That's exactly what you want as a killer, is right around 2 or 3 generators. You want to try to secure a kill if you can. And he still has a hook on Pirate. They are not able to get the unhook. They have instead reset. Lone Wolf Legend and Lucian are fully healed. And Lucian rather, takes a hit, working her way back to the Thompson house, and it goes down immediately. Doesn't make it to a pallet, unfortunately. That is rough.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
And I believe Lone Wolf Legend's going for the unhook, but Blight, I think, is on his way back to pressure the hook. Quite possibly. Oh, no. He went somewhere else. He went somewhere else entirely. I don't know where he went to. But it doesn't matter. Lucian's going to be out of the game now. And that'll be a 3rd hook for them. And then we'll see all the rest of the survivors, Lone Wolf Legend and Pirate 555, both dead on hook if they get caught again. They want to try to at least secure one, if they can, one more generator. Possibly, but Blight has a ton of pressure right now. Wait, Lucian wasn't dead on hook? I thought they were dead on hook. What happened? Oh, I'm dumb.
Nope.
I could have sworn they were dead on hook. Blight hits, but hits the Cheryl, who was still in the animation. Not going to get the down with that. Does get down on Lone Wolf Legend. Lone Wolf Legend working his way around the long wall. And, ooh, Blight! Blight! Oh, God, well played again. Getting that down on Lone Wolf Legend. Now, Lone Wolf Legend for sure dead on hook. I see the hook counter there. 2 hooks on Lone Wolf Legend.
You know, just Blight things.
Just doing Blight things. That's all. And Little Regard with a gifted tier sub to Gemma. Welcome to the jury, Gemma. Appreciate it. I don't know if I said that right, but appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of the jury, and thank you, Little Regard, for gifting that sub. And we do see Lucian taking it down outside of the generator. Oh, man. This is where it's going to be a wrap, folks. We're going to be seeing the end of the... Oh, and he fights Dwight hiding right there. Oh, he is a smart Blight, too. Doing an excellent job finding these immersed survivors with ease. And a little bit of trouble turning right there, but it's not really going to matter. I don't think there's much that they can do at this point. This is pretty much GG. There is no unbreakable. Dwight is dead on hook. Lucian is dead on hook this time, I'm pretty sure. Unless she just like gets free hooks every single time. I don't know how this works anymore. He does break the pallet, so Dwight is at least getting some extra chase points in at the end, which is nice. But not really going to add up to a whole lot. And, ooh, there it goes.
Wow.
Dwight tried to mind game him, and Blight turns around, goes right back for him, and gets the down. Like a perfect Blight game, practically. Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure this is a 12-foot game.
This is a 12-foot game, yeah.
Is he going to be looking for Hatch,
absolutely
though?
insane.
Is he going to look for Hatch first, do you think? Or is he going to just go ahead and go for the hook? I would just go for the hook.
I wouldn't look for Hatch on this map. Hatch on this map is a pain. It can spawn in so many corners. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Wait, they got Hatch?
She hatched out? What? I did what?
What?
I'm sorry we missed that. I was going to switch over to her in a second, and it's like, oh, but already out. Sorry, you don't get to do that.
Well then.
Wow.
Well
done. So we get a hatch escape for Lucia Garcia. Very nice. Very nice.
They were a killer last game, so they do have that hatch mind.
Is that at all like a hive mind?
Oh my goodness, the entity's hatch mind. There we go.
Okay. I believe we're almost good with the score. Rue, let me know when we're good to go, and we'll go into the post-game review. But also, don't forget to check out vigoscourt.com. Get your sign up. You can join. You can see all the stats of these teams. And I think Rue is giving me the thumbs up, so we're going to go ahead and go into the post-game review. Be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here watching Week 5 matchups with Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream, everybody. And this is your trial number 2 post-game review. Here is what you witnessed. 3 generators getting done. A rough game for the survivors for sure. With 1 escape. A lucky hatch break at the end. A little bit of RNG, but it worked out. Gave them some extra points. And an 11 hook game. Nearly perfect. If he had made it to her, it would have been a perfect game with 3 kills, though. Not bad at all. Not going to sneeze at. 9-26 in favor of Port Mafia in this trial. Port Mafia continuing their reign of terror against Hellraisers at the moment, leading into trial number 3. And we'll see how they do as we continue. And for you predictors out there, will Port Mafia beat Hellraisers in trial 2? Yes, they will. And we'll do another one after this. Rue, here are your post-game highlights. Give us your thoughts.
Where to start? Okay, so I think the add-ons were correct here because, again, Corn Vision is really, really tough, and they had the means to deal with it. They had the, Compound 21, that's what it's called. And funny enough, this add-on was nerfed, but it's still really, really strong. We saw them use it to great effect on some of those loops. Sometimes they used it to get around and get that nice hit, seeing where the survivor was. Other times, they was like, okay, they're playing it safe. We're just not going to, try and mining it. We're going to go back to 115 killer and apply, just, play normally. So really strong there. I think they were correct. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Blight on Corn Mass because, again, the vision problem, but Compound 21 helps that a lot for sure. But in addition to that, just they weren't using their they weren't using the rush all the time on the loops, which these are so short. It's really hard for Blight to get the turns on the loop. And where they could, they got it. And where they couldn't, they gave up, let their power reset, and just chased normally. So I think they played really, really efficiently as Blight. Let me put it that way. Like build-wise, I think the build was strong. They got 2 downs during Corrupt... not downs. They got 2 hooks during their Corrupt Intervention time. So immense pressure from Corrupt Intervention we saw. Absolutely phenomenal there. Tinker and Pop is something very standard I would bring. Ruin, I'd like early. I think Ruin Pop, I think, works well on Blight, despite what some people might say, because you're going to get early value out of Ruin on Blight. You're going to be constantly bouncing between gens. You're one of the fastest killers in the game, so you can easily jump between gens. And especially when you have Tinker, you can constantly get that pressure and push people off in the early game. Now, we did see it cleansed, and they just switched over to Pop. And, getting 12 hooks, turns out you get a lot of Pop value, so I don't hate it. I think it's pretty good. Man. Where to... Just really, really cracked Blightflay from Reality XI. And I would imagine they're probably, if they're not a Blight main, they've been practicing and polishing up on Blight a lot here. So, very impressed. Very, very good showing from them. And honestly, that's just about all I have to say. Like, a good Blight is hard to go against. It really is. Blight is showing in, I would say, in the comp scene to show up to be probably one of the better killers produced in recent times. And again, it's just because you have so much speed. You have map pressure built into your kit because you can zoom across the map. But if you're, like, again, you can reaction time and get people down. And just like right there, you just bounce around real quick before survivors have a chance to really try and get into a loop that they're comfortable with. They're down because they're just so fast. You can't do anything about it. So they got 3 gens done. They did as well as you could. I think you had it right. They should have reset a couple times. There was a couple times where they were all injured. But the problem is too, It's so hard to reset when the blight is just like everywhere at once. It's so good. Also, this was truly unfortunate. That was a sick play. That was potentially like the best mind game I've seen in a long time. That was really close. You just don't expect to see quick and quiet. So honestly would have caught me off guard. Super hardcore. Super hardcore. Oh man.
It was smart to check
But
for
now-
sure. I mean, even if she wasn't there, it was still smart to check even so. Like I probably still would have
yeah.
checked. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And now we've got quite a bit of a that's a tough point deficit. And Port Mafia gets to go again on killer. I'm curious what you bring with this much of a lead. I wouldn't say like straight up burner killer, but I can't imagine you're going to take something big. I would imagine like not like, bottom tier killer like Trapper, but I imagine probably a Wraith. Something, because that's a significant lead. That's nothing to sneeze at. That is tough. And again, that was a borderline perfect game from Blight. 12 hooks. I think the only reason... No, it wasn't 12 hooks. It was 11 hooks. It was almost 12 hooks, right? Because they got the hatch. I just had it in my mind because I was thinking it was going to be 12 hook, and then like, oh, nope, hatch play. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that they got out through hatch. I was not expecting that. Who expects you to get out from hatch after being slugged for 2 minutes? For real, though. Well played. Well played. Oh man.
Still waiting for invites, so we can just sit on this row. You don't have to. You can break a little bit. You don't have to keep it going. We'll just tell the audience, look, we're here. We're waiting for invites. Reality XI, if you're watching still, let us know if you can help us get invited to your team. Waiting to see who's popping. I don't know if you're going to be the one sending out invites or who's changing killer. Maybe Ninny, Clay, or Katie are going to be killing. Not really sure.
Reality XI point out it wasn't quick and quiet. He thought it was deception, but it was baiting the DS, and they missed the DS apparently.
Was it? Oh yeah, maybe it was. I didn't hear a locker, so I assumed it was quick and quiet. But maybe it was an early locker play, and we just didn't hear it. Possibly. So that's also a thing. Baiting DS when you don't have DS, definitely risky, especially if the killer doesn't care. Carnage Rule says Windstorm Wraith? I don't know. What do you think, Rue?
That Windstorm Wraith? I could see it. You don't get to see, like, again, this is such an open map. You can definitely take advantage of that new buff that Wraith got. I kind of like that idea, honestly. Take advantage. You're not able to be seen nearly as much. Corn Vision, like, usually with Corn Vision, the survivors can still see the killer from a ways off, but you can't really. Honestly, I kind of dig that. I want to see a Windstorm Wraith now. You got me hyped for that. I want to see it. Reality XI, I want Windstorm Wraith. Bring me Windstorm Wraith.
Stop resetting my window. All right, good. Okay, really quick, guys. I love all of you. I'm glad that we actually get to do this together and we get to be here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. I know it's late. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show. These teams are entertaining, to say the least. And we have trial number 3 coming up in just a moment. So keep your seats. Don't panic. We're still here, and we're going for it. And I don't know why, but logos aren't showing up. B-tier footage, no logos. Gotta love the lack of logos.
I'm sorry, like the overtime from Projected Depression and PGS just ate through all our A footage. Now we only have B footage, guys. Sorry.
So you took my logos? You're the guy? You're the one I'm blaming?
I can neither confirm nor deny
what are you
the
doing
location
with my
of your
logos,
logos.
Oh, there they are. You found them. Thank you for bringing them back. I appreciate it.
Yay! It definitely was not me.
You need to see some Huntress. I know I want to see Huntress too. I keep saying that. I've been wanting to see Huntress for days, like weeks now. We're on week 5. Not a single Huntress game, I don't think, this entire season yet. Cross map will be fun, though.
Oh my goodness. Bring Rancor, bring Barbecue, do the cross map. Oh, I want it. I want it.
Segue.
What
segue?
We're
going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. All right, everyone, we're almost fully loaded in. We're watching Week 5 matchups with Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. And Port Mafia has a very commanding lead, and I don't see a world where Hellraisers comes back from this one. But we've seen weirder plays before, so I don't know. It could be anything from a series of, I guess a series of fouls from Port Mafia or something that could bring it around, but I would be really surprised. And of course, we do see the correct map, so no foul there. And a pig! I love pig. I absolutely love pig. I don't use her power, though. That's one thing I don't do very often. Sometimes I'll use the stealth, but generally I just use the hats. I don't really use the crouching, pouncing power, you know? That's just me.
I've actually kind of got sold to it. I've had some people talk to me about it. It's actually pretty sick.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I just find that I don't need to use it a lot of the time. That's all.
Fair.
So I just, if I don't need to, I'm just not going to. If I find a moment for it, I will use it. But generally speaking, it's not something that I'm too keen on. And I think this is a good example of why. Right here, we lost the survivor a little bit. She found her again, which granted, to be fair, she didn't get very far. But she could have gotten quite a bit further because of the pig crouching like that, and it makes her a lot slower. But instead, she kind of hung around by that closer pallet, and was there a bounce back? Did I just see a bounce back? You didn't see that? Okay, maybe I missed something. Anyway, wow, she is all over the place. I think she's just moving around a lot. I can't really
see anything.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. So, Nitty, not yet an early down, about a minute and a half into the corrupt intervention. Gonna try to get some pressure on the Dwight. I would have probably focused on the injured player, but now the injured player is fully healed. She healed herself over by a pallet, and that's going to be it for that one. So now has to kind of reset, and again, Corrupt nearly finished. About 30 seconds remaining on Corrupt. Actually, a little less than that now. And Pirate 5555 is injured, but that's about all we got. And sprint burst from D-Rack. Very nice to get away from the killer. Get that extra distance. Oh, and she spots the Dwight. Dwight's going to use the Z-wall out here on the edge, and that may or may not get him the distance he needs. No live. Not really going to help him too much. He dead hearts into a wall. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Dwight, no. Why are you like this, Dwight? Don't do this. Just get in a locker, Dwight. That's where you belong anyway, right? That's... Two
Dwight,
generators
like
completed. I know. Two generators
no.
completed with a hat on him as well, and I don't know if that hat got on enough or like early enough for the hat to actually trigger after the gen completed. I don't remember. But anyway,
I guess
we'll find
see.
out. Yeah, once he gets off the hook, we'll find out. I think he barely got it on fast enough before the gen actually finished, and it probably won't matter. That gen was pretty close to getting done, and if somebody else comes and finishes it, but pop goes the weasel, gonna regress it 20%, and I think that's gonna be enough to keep from getting done too soon, which gives the pig the time that she needs to get another down. And this generator at about 60%, maybe a little bit higher. Does get a hit on Lucian Garcia. Lucian Garcia gonna hop through the window, get the heck out of there, and was that a live play as well? I don't know. I didn't quite see. Dwight
that might have been.
Is active, by the way. Dwight hat is active. His hat was active on his head as he was getting hooked. So it was just in time, I think, from Ninny. Very well played. Ninny going to work her way around to find these tracks. She finds scratch marks, tries to track down the survivors, doing a pretty decent job of finding them, and doesn't use the power. Instead, just going in for the charge. Ooh, and almost gets the grab, but gets dedicated as she jumps off of the shoulder. Very nicely done. Or jumps off of the generator. And does secure the hit, but no grab for you, Piggy. Although I can feel your pain. You're like, what? Come on, that was totally a grab. I've done that so many times. We're like, come on. Ooh, and a dead heart is going to save her, but barely. And a little squeaky noise from the Piggy. While this generator getting close to 80, 90, 95%. It's up there. It's certainly getting up there. And now Cheryl tries to bait like she's going to go for the vault, but doesn't go for the vault. Instead, completely leaves the loop, giving her a ton of distance away from the pig. And the pig is going to have to rethink think who she's going to chase or follow this. Wow, that is a ton of distance to make up for the pig. Now, if she's smart, maybe Cheryl stayed around the pig tree. Yeah, she did. This is a good loop for survivors. But then, again, she just backtracks on herself. She doubles back, completely leaves. But then Meg going down before she's healed. It was like 90%, 99% heal. That was so close.
Oh, no.
She just sneaks up and gets the down, and that is going to be Lone Wolf Legend on a hook again. Actually, no, for the first time. I'm sorry. Lone Wolf Legend, my goodness, has not been hooked yet. 1 gen remaining. How many hooks for this killer right now? Just 2? Really?
Yep.
It feels like more. Why does it feel like more?
That's
lots
a
of
very
hits, I
good
guess.
question.
I think it's just a lot of hits.
True.
And then healing. Lots of hits, then healing.
Hellraisers has been on the gens today. That is some good gen play right there.
Absolutely, and it is possible that they could get a full recovery from this. However, that basement could be problematic, especially if they're too hesitant to go for the unhook in the basement. I could see it being a problem. Now, we do see Cheryl possibly making a play for such a thing. Leaving track marks behind her could indicate where she is, but then decides to stop running, to stop leaving those track marks. Instead, Dwight going to get to the top of the hill. Is there a balanced landing in play? No, he's just trying to get some vision, I think. And I think we saw Iron Will as well as Spine Chill Resilience on Dwight as well. Let's try to get to the Fang. Fang does take a hit inside the wall. We saw it from a bit of a distance there. And now the pig is going to be chasing after the Dwight. Dwight, I don't know if he's going to make it anywhere safe. Oh, he gets to the window just in time and is able to vault through. Very well played by the Dwight. And he saves himself the grief. Very nicely done. Prevents the down. And I think he would have been on second hook as well. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Ooh, is that the play? Come on, show it to us. Ooh, she gets the drop on the pallet before he's able to get the down. Very nicely done by D-Rack. And then going to use the T&L loop in the back corner, which could waste a lot of the pig's time. Enough to possibly get all the gens up. But no, you're going to go down. That's it. Down.
Oh,
D-Rack
no.
is down. D-Rack is down. And another hat. How many hats does the pig have left? She's put on, what, 2, 3? And I think the only one with a hat right now is Lone Wolf. We also saw Dwight get his hat off, and I think that gen's going to finish. Yeah, I don't think there's anything she can do about this on the other side of the map. So that gen is done. And that is the final gen getting completed. These survivors doing short work on these gens right now with only 3 hooks for this killer. Holding down their ground. They're not going out without a fight. Meg getting on her unhook, or on her gate, rather. My brain is in a tizzy from all these games today, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. And I don't know if we're going to see them go for the unhook. Risky play to do that. See how they feel about it. They seem to be potentially making a play for an unhook, but I'm not completely sure if that's the plan or not. He's not fully healed, which ideally you'd want to be healed before you make such a decision. And I do believe both gates are open as well. So hopefully a borrowed time in play. A borrowed time would definitely save this. At least give them the option to potentially get the unhook. But it is still risky. And of course, D-Rack can't even escape until she gets her hat off anyway. Unless it's through hatch. She does get the hit on Cheryl. And there is a borrowed time on D-Rack. Very nice. Exactly what you want to see. And, ooh, Megan gonna get behind and possibly take in a protection hit if Fang gets in the way, but she's actually focused on a different survivor. She switched targets to Lucian Garcia. But Lucian Garcia is going to get the distance he needs to get to a safe-ish pallet, enough that he can get out. Where are the other survivors? Where is this hatch? What is D-Rack trying to do? There's the hatch. He points at the hatch. He says, over here, Fang. Over here, Fang. Get out. Get ready to get out. Seed's actually going to make this,
fantastic.
And we have Lucian hiding with inner strength in the locker. Fully healed now, able to get out.
Wow.
Everybody has to get out here. This is the play right here. That's it. Lucian Garcia going to make her escape. Who's next? Fang still waiting. They need to go ahead and make their escapes now. Let's go, guys. That's 3-man escape. And Fang going to get out by the hatch with her hat on. Very well played. A perfect execution from Hellraisers at the end game. Not bad at all. Well done to Hellraisers on that one. Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed.
Good coordination.
Not bad at all, yeah. Not bad at all. Now, after this game, it's worth noting that they will again switch sides. Hellraisers will take on Port Mafia as a killer. But first, let's get to this endgame Hex Ruin. Pop goes the Weasel, Corrupt Intervention, and Sloppy Butcher. Not too much excitement in the build, but, slow down, And Creative Gears, and a Combat Strap. Strange. I'm not sure about the Combat Straps. I don't know about that one. I feel like there are better add-ons.
I like it. I've been sold to it. You crouch and uncrouch so quickly, you can almost get grabs, and we almost saw that happen. So
true. I mean, I don't want to hate on it, but it didn't really do a whole lot for him. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into the post-game review in just a second, and we're going to have as well the post-game highlights. Don't forget about that. And Rue will get your opinion in a second as we do our post-game review now. Folks, you are watching Week 5 matchups with Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. Mafia. And here is what you witnessed, folks, in trial number 3. This is your post-game review. Thank you for watching Vigo's Court. 5 generators getting done in this game with... how many escapes? That's right, the whole squad got out. Really well played by Hellraiser's team with 3 hooks only from the killer's sad Pepe hands or something. 0K, unfortunately, for this killer. A rough match. But that does leave Hellraisers in the lead on this trial, 29-5. What does that do to the score, though? Let's see. Port Mafia still leading going into trial number 4. So they didn't actually pull ahead. But Hellraisers actually leading this one. They actually won this game, but Port Mafia leads the overall score. So congratulations to them on that. But let's see these post-game highlights, and let's see that score as well. 47-60. This is actually potentially recoverable for Hellraisers if their killer plays it right. But Rue, walk us through these highlights for me, would you?
Oh man. So I think that I think that Pig was technically a burner killer. I don't think they took something that was insane. However, normally we see Pig get a little bit more value. I'm really surprised that those traps, I feel like, didn't actually create that much pressure. I was really surprised. I guess I'm just used to Pig's traps doing a lot more damage. Hellraisers seemed to handle it pretty well, honestly. And again, they were able to coordinate the hatch play at the end. Just very, very good showing from the survivor side this time around from Hellraisers. Really, really well coordinated. Good comms, I'm guessing. Because this was very smooth gameplay from them. Oh man, and they played correctly against Pig. Against Pig, you try and deny the early hat, and they did. I'm surprised there wasn't a Noed in play. I would have thought that Noed would actually been pretty good here potentially, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to break down. Pig just had trouble really, how do you even say, like, getting people down in chase. They only got 3 hooks this game, only 3 down, so really struggling to get any kind of head, or what would you call it, leg up, you would say, on the survivors. And maybe it's because on this core map, despite the fact that you're stealthed up, maybe the survivors just had really good vision on the Pig at any given time and were calling out when they left, and so they were on the lookout for and got able to get to a safe loop. And to be fair, there are a lot of really safe loops here. There's not really any part of this map that feels like the dead zone besides the actual corn itself, and usually you don't stray out into the corn by yourself for very long. So yeah, and again, Pig struggles a bit in chase because they're just effectively an M1 killer. Like, yes, you have the charge ability, you can kind of mind game, but they really didn't get to use that power to mind game any loops here. There's no unsafe pallets they were able to mess around with. I've gotten some hits with her power around some unsafe pallets, but that's about all you're going to get. Honestly, her power feels super lackluster unless you're using Save the Best for Last to try and save stacks. It's kind of unfortunate. But... and it might have been, they were just really good at getting the hats off. The add-on, if I remember correctly, for the Pig that brought for the hats was something that increases the time that it takes to get the hat off your head when you're checking a box. So, I don't know if I would have gone with that on. I think Tamper Timer is still technically better than that in this scenario. If you're going to bring that add-on, the one that increases the time to get the hat off your head, usually you want to actually, kind of like pseudo tunnel or pressure the survivor that's checking the boxes, slug them, make it harder for them to, get it off their head, or just passively, go check your boxes. We didn't really see that much either. Again, I like the crouch on, but it just, They only got one like near miss on the grab, and that was about it. So I don't know. Didn't see too much use out of the crap shot on overall besides that one play. Oh, poor Dwight. Just forehead applied directly to the 2x4 beam. Oh, was unfortunate. So we talked about it before because in the patch for the new animations, you could curve around with Dead Heart. I'm really glad they didn't push that through where you could curve with Dead Heart. I'm glad that was, considered a bug and fixed. Because can you imagine if the Dwight could have Dead Hearted around the corner of that? That would have been so sick. I don't want to face that as a killer personally. I would cry. Ah, man. Just tough game for Piggy. And again, just stealthing through the cornfield, didn't really find a lot of people that way because usually they weren't going through the cornfield. It seemed like they were hanging the edge of the map or the house. See, that should have been a grab. That was so well executed. That should have been a grab. That breaks my heart. Dead by dedicated. Unfortunate. And now we have Hellraisers coming in for a killer, correct? And with this point difference, it's not enough that technically Port Mafia can't just, as they say, take the knee and, let them get the hooks and just let the progression points take over. This is enough points that if you do that, you will actually lose. I think that point value is 17 difference, so depending on what Hellraisers bring, they could potentially bring this back, which is going to be interesting. I can only imagine you to bring a Spirit here. A Spirit or Freddy or something. Just try and get as many hooks as possible and bring it back. It's going to be tough, though. We'll have to see. I don't know who's going to be killing this time. Is it going to be Lotion again? Because do they have another kill besides Lucian Garcia? I think it's just Lucian last time I saw. We'll see. We shall see.
Sorry about that. I was drinking some water. I'm almost out of water. Oh, man,
I need to drink some water.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A little bit more.
It's a lot of talking. We didn't get a break between streams hardly.
I know, we really didn't. That's unfortunate. But guys, they are here. They are getting ready right now for the last trial.
All right.
We're going to update the scorecard for that as well. Let's go ahead and do that now. There we go. Okay, it's updated. Hellraiser is going to be killing against Port Mafia in this last trial. Current score 60 to 47. 13-point difference recoverable for Hellraisers if they play it right, but Port Mafia survivors are certainly nothing to be scoffed at. They could very well get a 4-man escape with all 5 gens and only 2 hooks on the killer or less. I mean, it's very possible that we could see a blowout from Port Mafia in the last game. But it's also possible that Hellraisers is going to bring something devastating. Something maybe they've been hiding and keeping secret. I don't know. I just don't know. None of us know. We just let these teams do whatever they be do. Whatever they be do? Yeah, sure, okay. And they just be doing it. So we're going to see what happens here in a moment. As they continue to re-up, we'll go ahead and go back to some clips while we wait. And there you go. There's some more clips. Oh, boy. This is closer than I expected it to be, guys. Honestly.
Yep.
Like, if I'm looking at this objectively, their first Survivor game was not excellent. But then their second one was significantly better. I think, like you were saying, Port Mafia brought a burner. And they expected to be able to do well with them, but it just didn't really work out. Now, what's interesting about that, I actually went up against Hellraisers with a pig the other day, so maybe they got some pig practice in. One of them actually ended up dying to the hat. We didn't see that here today. They went for those boxes, and they gave their survivors time to get at least one box out of the way before they finished gens most of the time. Dwight was the only one, I think, who was immediately just unluckily got the hat as the gen popped. But otherwise, things could have gone a little smoother, maybe. 3 hooks allowed. I mean, if you're thinking of it like if you want to be optimal and you're thinking as a survivor team like CDM or something like that, those guys, they will deny as many hooks as they can. They're like, man, if we get hooked once, that's bad clout, like So Hellraisers is definitely pushing their Survivor Squad. Gotta appreciate the try. Definitely gotta appreciate it. And excellent saves and all that, just all around well played. And I can't wait to see where this goes next. We have a prediction. Let's look at that prediction. 95% Port Mafia beats Hellraisers in trial number 4. You know, whoever is the 2 over here who voted for Hellraisers could be an easy 4K for you guys. Could be easy money. Depends on what happens. We don't know.
We got a high 5 redeem in the chat.
High 5 redeem? Do I have to? Okay, let's do it. High 5 redeem. Why is this? Why is this like this? Why do you hate me, Discord?
How could this happen to me?
And now you're blurry. What is this crap? You're so blurry. Look at you.
I'm blurry. Whatever do you mean?
Hang on. Wait. I want to... Can I unblurry you? No, I can't. I was going to see if I could disable your camera for a second and unblurry you. Because I don't want to give you a blurry high 5.
Okay, let's try this.
That worked.
Better?
Thank you, Brew. That is perfect.
Hey!
All right, you do the countdown. Go.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was desynced a little
It's
bit.
pretty close. It's
The
closer than what we
hitboxes on that
usually
are
do.
okay. Yeah, those are good hitboxes. I'm okay with that. All right. Last rules video. We'll be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying the stream. This will be trial number 4 of the last game of tonight, and then we'll be back tomorrow. I have to look at the time on that one again. I think it's 7 and 10, but we're not sure. I think we might be rescheduling one of them, but we'll get back to you guys on that as soon as possible. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the Survivors side earns their points, and let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each, 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each, and 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point, 2 escapes is worth 2 points, 3rd escape is worth 4 points, and the 4th escape a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the Survivor side... All right, folks, we have a problem with Hellraisers, unfortunately, getting a double penalty. 2 penalties. 5 points each, I believe that's correct. And... one of them was for an incorrect character, and the other one was for an incorrect cosmetic, I think. So unfortunately, that does set them back quite a bit. Now, with that in mind, yeah, there's your score. It's so hard. I want them to have won. I wanted to see them win. No. They took the penalties too. Port Mafia given no mercy. And a little bit of lag from Hellraiser's killer. I don't know if... yeah, I think that's his killer. They're having a little bit of a lag issue that's causing us to lag, perhaps. Servers are going to do what servers do. We're just going to watch the game as we can. We have a Freddy, by the way. Freddy being an excellent choice for a killer. But is it going to be strong enough for Port Mafia? Port Mafia has probably dealt with many a Freddy, and Freddy is... not too crazy, like he's fairly standard affair, you know? Like, whereas Nurse, you gotta really be on your toes, and Huntress is like completely different chase mechanics. But Freddy's just sort of basic M1 with some teleporting and some snares. So there's not really anything too crazy with that. Maybe seeing some mind game potential. Freddy's showing up, trying to mind game a little bit there. Not really having much success. I think she's going to drop this pallet early. Ooh, and she almost goes down. Gets the pallets done on the Fredbear. Speaking of Fredbear, I want to see Freddy the Bear come into the game soon.
What?
I think we've been talking about that. Haven't we been talking about Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Never mind. I'm not going to go into that right now. We'll talk about that another day. That's another day.
Dedicated.
5 fights and dedicated. Yeah, look at this. It's hard to watch this for me. I'm getting seasick. Let's watch something like this for a moment. Okay, I feel better.
Oh, that's
now,
better.
Oh, he does get the hit on the Quentin at the generator. Claudette running around the outside, and a generator does pop while he's in this chase with Quentin. He's going to abandon the Quentin, though, instead to go for the Claudette. I mean, injuries are injuries, but a down is better. I would have probably tried to get the Quentin down myself, but I understand the motivation to get people injured. It does waste their time, forces them to heal, or else they do risk potentially getting one-hit downs. Ooh, and she goes down at the ballot. A nice swing from Lone Wolf Legend, I believe was his name. Yeah. I'm running on fumes here, folks. We've had, what, 10 games tonight? Doing my best, I promise.
Yeah, you're right. Good night.
Amazing, though. Really, a lot of
games.
really fun games for sure. And I'm not disappointed by getting to enjoy these at all. So, it's a privilege and an honor to be here. And a nice kick on the gen. Not really doing a whole lot, though, because I don't see Pop Goes the Weasel, and it's basically just basic regression, which isn't going to do much. Hex Ruin is gone. It's Gone. And he's going to now be chasing the Quentin. And Quentin may... Ooh, he applied a Styptic agent around the outside of the shack. Very well played, and that is going to be a potential escape for him if he plays this right. Ooh, and he gets the pallet down just in time. Really well done again.
Nice.
Hitting both snares, though, slowing him down. Gives Freddy the advantage to catch up. Is it going to be enough? Can he catch up? Going to the pig tree now. I think he has another really safe pallet right here. He doesn't drop it. Freddy does respect a little, which gives him the extra distance he needs to get to the pallet loop again. Freddy didn't place any snares the first loop around, and now is placing them a second, which gives just a ton of time. And again, he is going to drop the pallet this time, and Freddy is going to take the stun. 2 gens remaining, another gen popping. Freddy is struggling to get Splasher down. Now, Splasher can keep running basically infinitely, even though he is in deep wounds. As long as he just keeps running, he cannot go down from deep wounds. Now, Freddy is working his way to the corner of the map. I think we're going to see Quentin try to get all the way to the corner. Yeah, he tried to back all the way over here, but he kind of brought Freddy to a dangerous spot with a flashlight. Is that a flashlight save? Oh, God damn. A beautiful flashlight save from Katie. Well done with that one. Holy crap. That was smart. So Quentin ran to Katie. He's like, Katie, where are you? Tell me where you are so I can come to you right now. And he did exactly that. Oh, it goes down through the window. And now Freddy's going to be looking out for them flashlight saves. Of course, he has a wall. He can just stare right at that wall. No chance of getting a flashlight save on that. But that did waste even more of his time having to get him down twice. Generator at 50%. Another one at about 10, maybe 15. Getting worked on as we speak. And Freddy sees with barbecue and chili those two working on a generator over there and is going to teleport to it. No, he fakes the teleport. I don't know if I would have faked that teleport. Because you know there's 2 over there. There's only 1 over here. I would have taken that teleport. I think that was a definite mistake on Freddy's part. Now, to be fair, it did actually scare them off of it, because both of them came off of the generator, except Claudette's now back on it, so it only did temporarily ward them off. And Nia is around a very safe pallet, and I think Freddy redirected his attention to someone else. And he finds the Claudette trying to interrupt that generator from getting done. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's much he can do to stop it. All that Claudette has to do now is, a little BMing from Claudette. Oh, that's tough.
Oh, no.
Oh, my spirits. I feel for Lone Wolf now. Oh. And, by the way, the Survivor's animation for the teabagging looks so goofy now. It no longer makes me angry now. I just laugh at how goofy they look when they teabag.
It looks like an aerobics exercise.
It does. Oh, not so lucky for you, Freddy, to find him in there. And Devour Hope goes down. That's what that was, by the way. Devour Hope with 2 stacks.
Oh, no.
A 3rd stack would have been nice, but he does not get that privilege as Devour Hope is gone before it even gets to a 3rd stack. And I think he tries to mind game Nia. Nia kind of fell for it. She might actually get down here. Yeah, going down around the outside. That'll be a hook on Zurin. 3rd hook for Freddy if he takes it. I don't know if he's taking it right away. He seems to be either faking a teleport or doing a teleport. I'm not sure which one. That generator is nearly complete. With 4 generators done, that one's going to get done as he does this hook, almost certainly, unless he just really is able to pressure this. He did pressure it just enough. That generator's like 99, something like that. It's very close to done. But unfortunately, bringing the Survivor here did force Claudette off the gen for safety. Didn't want to risk getting another down or taking another hit for free. So instead, Claudette looping around the hook. Very dangerous, risky. So you want to get out of there as soon as possible. She does exactly that. Gets out of there, works her way to another pallet away from the hook. And that's exactly what you want to do as a Survivor. You don't want to be hanging around with your team who's on a hook, your teammate. That just gives them in a bad spot. Now, she does take a free hit, doesn't go anywhere with that momentum. Instead, stays right here by this fence. This fence is pretty safe if played correctly, and you can see the killer, and it makes it very safe. However, Freddy teleports back to the gen, gets a pickup off the gen on Quentin. He was committing to it, and I think it's going to get done. Yeah, that's going to be Nia finishing that generator in Freddy's face. He does not care at all, and does get the Nia down, unfortunately for Nia, and that is a double down now. Freddy able to capitalize on their greed a little bit. But no kills yet, unfortunately, for Freddy. And, of course, losing that Devour Hope kind of sucks. Kind of sucks, you know?
Oh, that's brutal.
It is a little bit brutal. Also, Hatch right here. Hello. Hello, Hatch. Hatch spun, and we see Claudette working her way into the hook, but unfortunately is going to take a hit before she can get the unhook. And then I think Katie is going to be the one to go for the unhook. Oh, but she's going to take a hit early. Has to go around the other side. Borrowed time will save you. There is a borrowed time, I think. No, maybe not. He did the hit before the animation completed. So the hit didn't count. Oh, there is no borrowed time play, unfortunately. He's not going to go back for Splasher immediately, leaving him down on the ground. Fearing, of course, for Decisive Strike. He does know Splasher is the obsession. So it's a good chance Splasher is, in fact, the one with Decisive Strike, and you want to be careful about that, especially at this late in the game. And it seems like the servers are going to start healing themselves, and I think he actually did DS the killer. Oh, killer, why? Freddy, you panicked and picked him up. I would have left him on the ground and camped his slugged body. Why did you do this? No, don't do that. You might have given him the full 4-man escape. That is very unfortunate. And then Splasher is baiting him all the way out here to nowhere land, which might be just the distance he needs. Gets the stun with the pallet. I think this is lights out for Freddy. Freddy, it's time for you to go back to the dream world, my friend. I think this is GG's, unless something miraculous happens here. But we also see Clay right behind Splasher, and basically adding that layer of protection. One of the gates gets open. Gate number 2 is about to get opened as well. And Claudette's not going to get the hatch play. They're all going to have to get out by exit gate. But you know what? It is what it is. A full 4-man escape from this squad. Wow. Fantastic plays by Port Mafia. And a rough game for Lone Wolf Legend. I feel you, brother. That was rough to watch, man. Not just because of the jittering, but because it was just hard to watch in general. He was basically kind of a forever Freddy, with Barbecue and Chili, Hex Ruin, Surveillance, and Hex Devour Hope. I had a little bit of fun. Only because I feel bad for Freddy. But he had swing chains and jump rope, and that was kind of the forever Freddy thing. But ultimately, Hex Ruin went down really fast, so he didn't get any value really out of Hex Ruin. And I'm getting a fat thumbs up from Rugard. Rugard, why are you thumbs upping me? Do you just really like me all of a sudden? You just have a
because
thing for me?
we got to get more B. We got to get more B footage. Thumbs up is B footage.
All right. We'll roll the B footage. All right, let's roll the B footage. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we've been watching Week 5 matchups with Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was Vigo's court. Hope you're enjoying the stream tonight. This was excellent plays from Port Mafia for sure. A little bit of struggle from Hellraisers. Their second game was good with the survivors. But anyway, 5 generators got done in trial number 4 with 4-man escape from the squad. Excellent plays all around. And a 4-hook game for Freddy. Sad nightmare, but 0 kills as well. Even worse. That's not good. 1 kill would have been enough for at least some points, but Hellraisers 46-89. Final score, a massive blowout from Port Mafia, leading and convicted of murder. So well done to Port Mafia. Congratulations on your win tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again. Rue, walk us through the post-game highlights, and then take us out, would you? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. So Devour Hope getting cleansed is rough. Honestly, I'm surprised you would take Devour Hope and Ruin, because they know that Ruin exists, so they'd be incentivized to look for totems. Maybe they were hoping that it either acts as like, oh, they had Undying, and you have to find the second one, or they get Ruin cleansed, like, oh, they just brought Ruin and hope that I don't know. It could be a tricky mind game potentially, but like honestly, on this map, I'm not a fan of the totem spots. It's kind of weird. A lot of them are really open, especially like you have the ones that are just in the middle of the corn. It's not ideal. I don't know. It was kind of tough. And then, yeah, just things fell apart so quickly for Freddy. It was really unfortunate. I think it was some pretty good Freddy play overall. Often, like they had some good chases, they had the good placement of their stream snares, but like I think they saw the flashlight. If you see a flashlight, you have to turn to a wall or do some kind of thing to make sure you're not going to get flashlight blind. That was really tough. And honestly, it was kind of toxic for the survivors. How dare you bring a flashlight? And no, I'm kidding. Oh man, just tough. My heart goes out to Freddy. That was tough. Again, Port Mafia is a strong team to go against. So I think any killer is going to struggle, but man, just didn't have it tonight. Port Mafia did a fantastic job. Even though the Freddy, like at one point, like even they even had the person, hooked. They had the slug. The hatch was over there. And they still managed to pull out a 4-man escape, despite the fact that Freddy did prepare with the snares, and just really good coordination overall from Port Mafia. Fantastic job. I don't have much more I can comment on. Just really strong team play for them. And Freddy, like Freddy's going to struggle in this map a bit. There is just not a lot of the cat and mouse. Maybe more cat and mouse could have helped. I think they dedicated well in the first 2 chases, but after that, maybe should have cat and moused a bit more, bouncing around a bit. I don't know. It's tough to judge what specifically could have gone wrong for the killer here. The flashlight blind was definitely unfortunate. It's a really bad setback, and that might have actually been something, because that was done when there was 4 gens, right? So might have been a bit of a counter to any snowball Freddy had, but I don't know. Just really strong loops from the survivors. Just unfortunate. Good job, Port Mafia.
Yeah, they did. They did great.
It's tough.
They did freaking great. That's what I was saying. Freddy's like, that sort of, he's good, but Port Mafia, they can handle a basic kind of killer like that. And I mean, they can handle basically any killer, but I mean, Freddy's kind of like, standard chase killer, So, nothing too crazy for them to have to deal with, and they handled it like champs. So, anyway, Rudy, you want to take us out for the night? Because I had a great stream, but I'm getting tired.
Oh yeah,
friends.
Man, I'm wiped. That was so many games. Oh man. Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight. You've been watching Vigo's Court. That was Hellraisers versus Port Mafia. Port Mafia coming out and being convicted of murder on the Thompson house. We'll be back tomorrow for 10 o'clock for a fantastic game between Loop Artist and CDM. I am psyched out of my mind for it. So we will see you then. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening, everybody.
So before the first gen even pops,
Can make you wanna call my name.
trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.